So without further ado, alright guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. Since I wasn't able to upload for the last couple of days, I'm going to take the last couple of days of footage, finishing this hood, and I'm just going to combine them into one longer video. Now, while I do get the random requests to do the longer videos, I normally just don't, simply because of the fact that if I'm doing them on my MacBook and I do a 40-minute video, then it's going to take pretty much a few hours to encode. And unless I just let it encode overnight, it's kind of like a waste of time during the day. Now, I do have the 2 new gaming PCs that I just got, so I haven't fine-tuned them. I'm not 100% used to working with PC yet, so I'm not really fast with that. But I'm sure once I figure everything out with those, I'll be able to do way faster encoding times. Now that I have the other computers, now I'll be able to set it to encode as soon as I'm finished, whether that's in the middle of the day or at night, because I can just move on to one of the other computers and continue editing there. So without further ado, the airbrush didn't survive, so I don't know what it's doing, it's being funky, so we're gonna go exchange it. Why is there so much traffic? Was there a train that lasted like 2 hours?
Probably. I guess it's kind of like works overtime.
Yeah, he definitely looks kind of sad. So today we're going to be working on the shoes and the hat. So I got one shoe there, shoe down there, and then the hat. We're going to go with some blue for the shoes, like some blue Louboutins with the red bottoms. And then the hat is just going to match the color of the outfit. So let's get to it. You're just crying. Let's go inside. Come on. Kitty. Mary doesn't like them. Hey, hey, hey! Hi, hi! Baby! Where you going? Gonna get you. Hey, hey, cutie. I don't see why it couldn't be. My painting shoes. All wrecked and super destroyed. The neighbors are doing construction stuff. See? They've been there all morning making noise. They're out there singing like weirdos. Yeah. Yeah, check it out. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Looking extra cool. Looking extra cool. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Sick. I'm gonna set up over yonder again. So, like, these are these little nightstands that we painted. Was that 2 nights ago? 2 nights ago. Huh? That was 2 nights ago, right?
Correct. It was Saturday night.
Look how awesome they look. Super distressed looking. And cool. And like they're different, but like they still match. Like I made this super awesome way right here, so it looks like I always put my cup there. And then one here, like if I put my phone, I slide it off all the time. And they came out really good, huh? Sturtles.
Yes.
Right, Sturtles, that they came out really good?
They came out great.
Do you love them?
Anything I do comes out pretty legit.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, for sure.
Your we sounded a lot like an I there. Now, if you did something like this, Sturtles, then you can say I. Huh?
Shut up.
And do you like the project that I worked on, Sturtles?
Oh, you mean we?
We, Sturtles?
Yeah, because I help you move it all the time, and I give you ideas.
Because you helped me move it, it gives you the privilege to say that you did it as well.
Hell yeah, it does.
Look at that. What do you think about that, America?
I mean, like, would you have made this better be?
So what if it is, and I don't let you out?
I'm gonna grab that last.
We, she says. We. Go ahead.
Would you have made this awesome project
Go ahead.
without?
Show me the part that you did. Come on.
You know, sometimes like the moral support is more important than like anything else.
Okay, but
So, I mean, I help you.
I can show you what we did on those nightstands over there.
Hey, get a shot of my shirt. It's a sweatshirt. Get it?
It's that time again, boys and girls. Check it out, Harbor Freight special, $20 gun, and I used 20% coupon, so it was only like 17 something, but then it was still like 20 bucks with tax. Still, Harbor Freight airbrush mural on a hood challenge accepted. What? Okay, so I'm pretty close to starting. At least wear one of these. Just slightly insulated. Alright, well, it was nice hearing from you anyway. Alright, take care. Bye-bye. Guys, that's really weird. She said that I just called her. But you guys are my witnesses. I've been doing this for a while. It's very sketchy. You guys should, like, go on iTunes and buy my buddies. Okay, Sean Schuyler. He, like, shows up on, like, Chicago PD a lot. And he's been an extra on a few things. Like, I remember he was an extra in, like, the Batman movie. You remember the trilogy with Christopher Nolan? And then Christian Bale was the Batman. He was, like, one of the SWAT guys. But anyway, he's got some good music. I'll always play it, like, in the background. So if you guys like it, you know, check him out. Sean Schuyler. Sean, S-E-A-N. Schuyler, S-K-Y-L-E-R, on iTunes. It's cool. It's very, like, indie, mellow. I love it. So anyway, wear this stuff. Not coming from a person that does this as a professional, because I'm not, and I hardly ever airbrush. And I hardly ever paint cars anymore either. Okay, so the reason why I want to stress it out is because when I first got started, like the very first time I ever picked up a compressor and a gun, and I wanted to spray a car, my neighbor, he was a professional house painter. I believe he painted exterior of, like, we painted interiors and exteriors and, like, buildings and stuff like that, so he did it for, like, years. He was probably in his 50s, and he was telling me about one of his, like, best buddies who, who, even though they wear respirators, like, at all job sites, ended up really sick a few years back, and he ended up passing away from stomach cancer, and the doctor said that it was more than likely due to all the fumes from the paint. And they wore, like, heavy-duty respirators. So the first time I went to go paint a car, my neighbor actually brought me a respirator and cartridges and filters and the whole shit. And he gave me, like, boxes of them and stuff. So, like, shout out to Dan for being, like, a kick-ass neighbor. Anywho, since I don't do it often, I haven't purchased a respirator. But I think I'm going to, because I feel like I'm going to start doing this more and more frequently, because, like, I don't know, I kind of like airbrushing. So, as for now, at least I'm wearing this stuff. Listen, my perspective on, like, safety and stuff like that has changed a lot ever since, like, getting into the whole healthcare, and then, like, ever since I started working on bodies, and ever since I've seen the insides of human bodies, like, safety-wise, I feel very different in regards as to, like, safety measures and precautions, and, like, the food that you eat and that kind of thing, because, like, I've seen the insides of your body. And wear this, okay? Just, like, anything will help. Well ventilated, have the fan going, the doors open. I'm gonna be wearing this guy. I don't even care if it muffles my voice and you can't hear what I say. Wear it. So wear it. paints I used. For the majority, I used Badger. I'm not even gonna lie, like I bought the kit. It was probably like $10. It was on clearance. Rocks. And then the other one that I like to use, Creatix. I like the transparent stuff, but sometimes I do need opaque. So, when you guys see me pour this stuff is actually just water. It was airbrush cleaner, but like I ran out, so then I cleaned the inside of this really good with some thinner, and then I cleaned it with some water and soap, and then now I just have water inside of it because I use it to like mix in with paints. Because when they are opaques, I feel like they're a little too. I just think that they're a little too thick. I don't know, and I'd rather have over-thinned paint than not thin enough. Because then, like, the airbrush gets clogged and dirty, and it just becomes a mess. So let's get to it. Shout out to Sennheiser. Although I have been using the Rode mics lately, you know. Okay, so I'm mixing paint and stuff. These are the colors that I used for jacket and such. I think the hat's the last thing that I used this for, so I'll be using this again for like shadows and whatnot. So that's what I'm doing today. Today I'm doing like shadows around legs, around the shoes, and cleaning up edges. To finish your thumb. Okay, I forgot, but whatever. I still have to add a little bit more detail to the hat, clear up the shoe. So let's get this party started. I'm very OCD, so I always keep everything like back in its package, and it could be an obsessive. I guess that's what I call OCD. See what I mean? Like I can't just put it off to the side. Okay, I don't want to play that kind of music. I still don't know the rules with music and YouTube and whatever, so like I'm not gonna push it. And Sean's, well, I feel like it's like publicity, so I don't think Sean's gonna sue me. Please don't sue me, Sean. I'm trying to give you a shout out so that more people could hear your music and then potentially buy it. So it's kind of like partners, kind of. Remember I told you? You're a Hall of Famer in my book already, buddy. One Harbor Freight special $20 airbrush. So I use this for like small mixtures of color, very seldomly, and then mainly for thinner to like pop in here after I take. Okay, so like I airbrush, then I take this off, and then it starts dripping, and it annoys me, so I dump this in the water, and then I plug the front, and I go so the paint comes off the side, and then when this is cleared with water, then I take this with thinner, pop it in there, and I shoot a couple so that the thinner goes through, and then I take it back off and I put it aside, and then I shut until everything comes out, and then I let this sit on the side until I need it again. This is because like I don't want the table to get cluttered up because I'm really close to finishing. Sorry, this. Let's just let the compressor load up now. That was kind of. This one kind of goes. This is a true fire kit. It's not even a French curve, but it kind of works really good. Actually, looks pretty good.
No more treats. Here,
hey guys.
bring this upstairs. Maybe
Come on.
they'll go with you.
Come on.
He has the treats. Let me shake it. Ooh, treats. Whoa! Good boy.
Come on.
He's like, I don't know.
Come on, boys. Come on. Come on.
Alright.
What do I give them? Little guys?
Yeah, and then if they get back down, you can give them a big one.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm gonna give you this one because
Wait,
you're a good
tell him
one.
to
Sit. And then sit.
Good boy.
Okay, good boys. Okay, now let's go back down. Come on.
Good boy. Here, now give him to me.
Come on, guys. Come on. Let's go.
You want a treat?
Do you want this? And then I'll try and talk them through it again.
You want a treat?
Come on, boys. You got it. Good job.
Good boy, Martin.
Good boy. Easy, okay? I'll catch you before, I promise.
Good boy. Woohoo! Good boy.
Come on, Baxter.
Martin.
Come on.
Come on, Baxter. You want a treat?
Come on. You got it, buddy. Come on. I know it's scary. Come on.
It's funny because he was the first one to go up. Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy.
Woohoo! Good boy. Here, you want a
Good.
treat?
Good job, boys.
Baxter.
Good job.
Good boys.
Cool. Dude, did you guys see that? Courtney and I were taking the little nightstands that we painted a couple of nights ago upstairs to the loft. And then when we were like at the first platform, we looked down and Baxter is already 3 steps up. So we went and put the nightstands away. When we came back, Baxter is almost at the platform, but he's whining a little bit. So we kind of talked him down into coming back downstairs. As he was coming downstairs, Martin came upstairs to the first platform at least. And then they both came downstairs together. It's almost like they helped each other out kind of. So then I grabbed the camera and we did it again. Martin was definitely like quicker to go up and down. But Baxter got a little scared when he was at the platform coming down. But as soon as he took that first step, he did the rest of them like a champ. So proud of him. I sprayed a really thin coat of clear over her, so that when I go to wet sand the whole hood, for clear, whether they do gloss or matte, she won't get damaged from scuffing it up. See? So with some clear around her, now when the whole car, including the hood, gets cleared, we can lightly scuff over her. There's a little thin coat of clear protecting her. So just maybe just scuff it a little bit with a scuff pad, just so that it adheres. Flows well. I think it looks weathered. I think it looks distressed. It looks as if this primer were underneath the black. It looks like it just fades into the black. I like the way she turned out. It doesn't resemble anyone that I know. You know, it's just like, it looks like a pinup girl. It looks like artwork. The colors are like perfect for that era. Minus like the Louboutin blue suede shoes. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to wet sand the overspray from the clear coat. Okay, so here's what I concluded. I'm going to wet sand around the pinup girl, so that way the whole hood has nice even layer, so it all looks like it's one layer. I'll wet sand it and then just buff it. Anywho, I'm going to wet sand, so what I'm going to do is I got my bucket of water, which in this case I have 800, 1500, 2000, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not recommended to mix different kinds of sandpaper in together in the water at the same time, because they claim that some particles of the sandpaper are gonna get in the water, and then when you're using 2000, it's going to actually be like with some particles of like 800. A lot of people will argue with you. The second you hit it with the buffer, with the cutting compound, that grid just came right back down. Trust me, there are different ways of doing things correctly. There are so many correct ways to do things. Just let people do their stuff. I've always had a good way of looking at things. Let the end result speak for itself. I hate rants, I really do, I swear. How are you gonna tell me not to wet sand in circles? I'm getting technical here, guys, but those of you who do know what I'm talking about, this is for you. When you're wet sanding, because it's time to buff, how are you gonna tell me that you can't wet sand in circles? Number one, I dip my paper in the water constantly, more often than not, and then I throw water at it, and then I have spray bottles that I'm spraying. I am making sure that that surface stays constantly soaked. But how are you gonna tell me that I can't do circles, because it might leave a little circle scratches when the f***ing buffer spins in circles at a much higher rate of speed? Listen, don't lose your day job. I'm on route to be a forensic pathologist. I do this for fun. I do it because I like it, and I like the way it looks when it's done, and I have fun doing it, and I like recording it, and I like showing it to people, and I like to show people how I got there. I don't do this because I'm gonna go fill out an application to be an apprentice, like, because I want to be some kind of like master painter for like some body shop that does insurance work. No. I did this with a Harbor Freight airbrush. I rattle can clear that with clear coat from Walmart. I got a $2 can of clear. Now, if you are a forensic pathologist or if you are an embalmer and I ever say something that's inaccurate, feel free to comment, put like a bunch of asterisks next to it, get my attention, or DM me, whatever, and then I'll respond to that. That's something that I'm learning, something I want to get good at, something that I want to get great at. I hate rants, I really do, I swear. You guys are going to learn a lot about this as time goes on and you see me do these different projects. This is why I wanted to do these videos. It's the way you apply the things. That's what matters. That's what counts. Not necessarily what you use to spray it or what kind of paint you use. Okay, so this is how I was going to leave it, just wet sanded, not buffed or anything. But then after seeing what it looks like buffed, I think I'm just going to go ahead and buff it because why not just do it? But I might as well make it look as close to a finished product as I can now.
It is different now. Buffing, Harbor Freight Special. See? Harbor Freight pad, and I guess this isn't Harbor Freight. I don't even know. But I know I've seen it in plenty of places. I'm pretty sure they even sell it at like Sherwin-Williams and places like that. The automotive part.
Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this little project. I just gave it a quick buff, nothing really too special. I plan on going on it in hardcore once it's on the car, and then I could actually like buff it well, put pressure on it and everything. But I wanted to give it a little bit of shine so that you guys could see kind of what it looks like once it's all glossed up. What the difference is between this buff and the way that I'll buff it by the time it's done is just simply like you see the reflection on the lights. Well, basically from the reflection on the light, you can see that there's still a little bit of haze marks there. And so like those will go away once I've done everything. I literally only did a quick cut, real fast polish. Normally I'll do the cut and then I'll probably do like three different stages of polishing, and I'll bust out the foam pad. But just to give it a quick shine here, I just gave it a quick pass with a wool pad. Once everything gets done, it'll show quality, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was kind of a long process, but I really wanted to take on this Harbor Freight airbrush challenge, and like I said, like it worked well. It's definitely possible to use it, but if you're in a little bit of a time crunch, or if you do have the money to spend, of course I just recommend that you buy something a little bit more upscale that can help you get the job done. Of course, you have to remember, this is an intricate piece. If you're just going to do lettering or anything like that doesn't really need you to get up close and make some tight lines, this Harbor Freight airbrush is more than enough for what you'll need. If you're just doing basic signs, or if you're just doing coloring instead of like fine detail work, it is more than good enough for you to use. I had the misfortune of having a little bit of a problem with the one airbrush that I started off with. But the second one worked fine. I actually still have it. I kept it around. I'm sure that I'll end up making another video with it soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Also, make sure that you click on the little bell so that YouTube notifies you every time that I upload a video. That being said, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks a lot for our support. Love you guys. Take care. Peace out. And well, I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.
A boss shows up to work in a brand new fancy car. He walks into the office, one of his employees sees the car, and he's like, "You like that?" Kid's like, "Yeah, it's like a dream car of mine." So then the boss goes, "Yeah, you know, if you work super hard and you put in those extra hours, maybe next year I could have another one."